With Donald Trump returning to the political spotlight, he has some honestly shocking ideas for the future of America. Make sure that you watch this video and comment below so that you can let me know how you think Trump's tariffs and his controversial alignment with Project 2025 will reshape the country. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite polar bear lost in a snowstorm, Hunter Avalone here, back with another amazing video. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe so you never miss exciting new content. Also, I'm really sorry that I have this ugly red mark on my nose. You know, it's not a big deal. It's just it's herpes. Now, as I was saying, Trump is returning to the political spotlight, and with his inauguration quickly approaching, some of his recent political moves have been controversial to say the least, and in most cases, they've just been flat out wrong. The first bizarre thing that Trump is consistently advocating for is tariffs. Tariffs are a central part of Donald Trump's economic plan. From 2016 and throughout his first term, Trump has been a strong supporter of tariffs. For those who don't know, tariffs are taxes that a government places on goods imported from other countries. They are meant to make foreign products more expensive, encouraging people to buy goods made locally. Early on in his first term, from 2017 to 2018, Trump implemented aggressive tariffs, including significant ones on Chinese goods, steel, and aluminum, sparking trade wars. Trump touted these tariffs as a way to reduce the trade deficit and revive American manufacturing. Trump has also implemented tariffs designed to encourage American consumers to purchase appliances such as washing machines locally. Again, the thought is that since the tariffs are raising the price of the previously cheaper products, the American products will be cheaper in comparison, thus encouraging more buyers to buy locally and ultimately fueling American business growth. Now, based on the definition of a tariff and Trump's aggressive approach on them, you would probably think they'd be really good for the economy, right? Well, unfortunately, reality rarely agrees with Republicans. A study conducted by two researchers at the University of Chicago and a Federal Reserve Board governor found that in 2019, when the tariffs were in full effect, washing machines cost upwards to $100 more for the average American consumer. That's right, rather than using the tariffs to their advantage, American companies actually raised their own prices so they could compete with the now higher prices of the overseas products. Mind you, the harm from tariffs extends even further, hurting consumers' budget on items not even specifically being tariffed. For example, the researchers found that the price of clothes dryers rose in tandem with washing machine prices, even though dryers weren't specifically impacted by the tariffs. The study also found that local American manufacturers raised prices on their washing machines as well. All the big brands studied raised their prices by a range of 5% to as much as 17%. So Trump touts himself as the guy who's going to be great for the economy. Even earlier research before the election showed more Americans trusted Donald Trump to fix the economy than Kamala Harris. Trump obviously has successfully deceived a lot of people into thinking that his policies are good for the economy. Now, as Trump is returning to the White House, he's once again back to denying facts, numbers, and reality, and instead he's focusing on trying the exact same thing over and over again, but this time hoping for the best. Here's Trump only a few months ago explaining how he thinks tariffs are the most beautiful word in the dictionary.
Tariffs, to me, I think it's the most beautiful word in the dictionary. More beautiful than love. It will make our country extremely wealthy again, because
more beautiful than love? Okay, don't tell Oxford. I think in Trump's mind, what makes these words really different is Trump has experienced tariffs. Trump has never experienced love. So yeah, this is Trump once again doubling down on his support of tariffs, this time saying it's the most beautiful word in the dictionary. And like clockwork, economists again are sounding the alarm only to have it fall on deaf ears. Economists have said that tariffs can be harmful to the US economy, and studies have found that Trump's proposed tariffs would have a negative effect. A senior economist wrote earlier this month, quote, "Trump may want to impose tariffs to encourage investment and work, but his strategy will backfire. Tariffs will certainly create benefits for protected industries, but those benefits come at the expense of consumers and other industries throughout the economy, she wrote. In September, the Peterson Institute for International Economics reported that with the tariff proposals Trump campaigned on, the US economy would be almost a percentage lower than otherwise by 2026. The same report also said the proposed tariffs, quote, would reduce after-tax incomes by 3.5% for those in the bottom half of the income distribution and cost a typical household in the middle of the income distribution about $1,700 in increased taxes each year. What do you know? It's almost like a bunch of the rednecks that voted for Trump didn't actually have any understanding of economics. Economists have also said that Trump's tariff proposals would again send prices surging and make inflation worse. Because tariffs raise the prices of imported goods, if they are applied to a large number of goods that consumers typically purchase, then such tariffs can give rise to inflation. In June, a coalition of Nobel Prize-winning economists warned that Trump's economic proposals would reignite inflation, which has finally come close to the Federal Reserve's 2% target. Economists have warned that Trump's tariffs could dramatically raise prices for American consumers on a wide array of goods. The report that I mentioned earlier also said that the tariffs could make inflation 1.3% higher next year than it otherwise would have been. So once again, the American first guy is trying to destroy the American economy and make millions of Americans last, just so he can look tough in front of China, I guess. Again, unless Donald Trump is somehow the magic expert born with more knowledge than Nobel Prize winning economists, his plan is only going to screw over the already fragile economy and mess things up even more for millions of Americans. But hey, at least he's not a woman, right, MAGA? It's honestly just sad to me. Trump lies to his audience of inbred basement dwellers, claims he's going to fix the economy, and then he advocates for policies that directly hurt the economy. Again, this is shocking, but about as shocking as like the shocked Pikachu face. You know, it's I'm shocked, but really not that shocked because it's Trump. But if that's not enough, Trump is also seemingly gaslighting everybody when it comes to Project 2025 and his involvement or lack of involvement or involvement. Now, for those who don't know, Project 2025 is a conservative policy plan developed by right-leaning think tanks and organizations to prepare for the next Republican administration in the US. The project aims to create a roadmap for implementing conservative priorities across government agencies, including policies on issues like energy, immigration, and federal regulations. Some supporters see it as a way to restore traditional principles, while critics worry it would concentrate too much power in the presidency. And newsflash, the critics are right. Project 2025 specifically emphasizes the importance of the unitary executive theory, which argues that the president should have full authority over the executive branch without interference from independent agencies or career bureaucrats. This approach would reduce checks and balances within the executive branch. Now, that probably sounds concerning, and it really should be concerning to anyone in America that gives a crap about freedom. Now, Trump has repeatedly tried to distance himself from Project 2025, claiming that he has no involvement with it. And I've also seen some pretty funny memes joking about how Project 2025 is just the left's version of QAnon. Again, Trump claimed he had absolutely no involvement with Project 2025 on the debate stage against Kamala Harris.
I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas, I guess some good, some bad. But it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book.
Now, it's possible that that's a bit comforting for some people, but here's the shocking revelation. Several of Trump's top picks all just happen to have ties to Project 2025. I know, shocked Pikachu face times 2. So despite Trump's repeated denials, Trump has plucked a number of officials straight from the pages of the 900+ page Heritage Foundation-backed blueprint, which laid out plans to dramatically expand executive power and implement hardline conservative policies. And now most recently, Trump nominated Russ Vought, an architect of Project 2025, to return as director of the Office of Management and Budget. The former and future OMB director is listed among the authors of Project 2025. And in the part of this project that he wrote, he outlines ways to centralize executive power and reel in the federal bureaucracy, which he says all too often is carrying out its own policy plans and references. When in reality, I have a feeling that a lot of these conservatives just don't like being held accountable. Next, Trump has named Brendan Carr as his FCC chief. And this is the same guy who outlined his plan to challenge big tech in the FCC chapter of Project 2025. So we're back to this age-old pathetic myth where conservatives play the victim and ignore the fact that conservative content repeatedly dominates every algorithm, so that they can instead pretend that they're just the poor little victim. He named Tom Homan as the immigration czar. He also named 2 other people who were both listed among the dozens of Project 2025 contributors who aided in development and writing. John Ratcliffe as the CIA director. Trump's nominee to lead the CIA and a former director of national intelligence was consulted for the Project 2025 chapter dealing with the intelligence community. And Trump's current pick for the ambassador to Canada is also listed as a Project 2025 contributor. And even other Trump picks weren't necessarily listed as specific contributors, but they were mentioned throughout Project 2025, and they are now also getting nominations from Trump. Honestly, it's too bad that Trump's Project 2025 isn't Trump projected to get 25 to life. Sometimes life is so unfair. So there you have it. Trump is shaking the political landscape once again by basically defying experts and displaying narcissistic traits like no one has ever seen. Don't forget to comment your thoughts down below and subscribe for more exciting content. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.